Here's a fact that should stop you cold. In 2024, the British Journal of Sports Medicine published the largest analysis of its kind, synthesizing data from over 20.9 million people across 199 independent studies. The conclusion was unambiguous. Low cardiorespiratory fitness, your body's ability to deliver and use oxygen, is one of the strongest predictors of early death we have ever measured. Stronger than most traditional risk factors, consistently, across every population studied. And yet, most people think a 20-minute evening stroll is enough. It's not that walking is bad. It's that walking alone may be leaving years and quality of life on the table. So today, we're looking at the specific exercises the science says can do what walking can't. Let's talk about VO2 max. VO2 max is the maximum volume of oxygen your body can consume during intense exercise. Think of it as your engine size. The larger the engine, the longer the vehicle runs. A 2018 study by Mandsager and colleagues, tracking 122,000 patients across 23 years, found that those in the top fitness bracket had a 5 times lower risk of death compared to those with low fitness. 5 times lower. That is not a marginal difference. That is a completely different biological trajectory. And the 2024 Lang meta-analysis confirms this pattern holds across the entire global evidence base. 20.9 million people. Consistent result. But here's the problem. Walking at a typical leisure pace is simply not intense enough to meaningfully raise VO2 max. A 2015 meta-analysis in sports medicine by Milanović and colleagues analyzed controlled trials in healthy adults. They directly compared high-intensity interval training to moderate-intensity continuous training. HIIT produced roughly 2.5 times greater improvements in VO2 max than moderate continuous training, the zone most casual walkers never leave. Same time investment, significantly greater aerobic adaptation. VO2 max is only one part of this. There's a second variable the walking conversation almost always ignores. In 2022, a meta-analysis in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, drawing on data from 1.7 million participants, found that muscle strengthening activities were independently associated with a 10 to 17% reduction in all-cause mortality, independent of aerobic exercise. That means even if you walk every single day without strength training, you are leaving a measurable protective effect on the table. Here's why. After age 30, you lose roughly 3 to 8% of your muscle mass per decade. That accelerates after 60. Sarcopenia, muscle loss, is not just an aesthetic issue. It is a mortality issue. Muscle tissue is metabolically active. It regulates blood glucose, drives key cellular repair pathways, and maintains the hormonal environment your body needs to function. Lose the muscle, and you lose the metabolic machinery keeping you healthy. A 2019 meta-analysis by Saeidifard and colleagues confirmed resistance training was associated with a 15% reduction in all-cause mortality. Not powerlifting, not bodybuilding. Structured resistance work, twice a week. In 2022, researchers at the University of Sydney published a landmark paper in Nature Medicine. They tracked over 22,000 non-exercisers using wrist accelerometers. No structured workouts, just daily life monitored continuously. What they found was remarkable. Just 4.4 minutes per day of vigorous intermittent activity, climbing stairs fast, carrying heavy groceries, walking uphill at full effort, reduced cancer mortality by 31 to 32%, and cardiovascular mortality by 34%. 4.4 minutes. This is not about becoming an athlete. This is about understanding a biological threshold. Brief, vigorous effort triggers mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new energy-producing units inside your cells. More mitochondria means better energy metabolism, better glucose regulation, less cellular decay. A 2013 review described exercise as the real polypill, with simultaneous effects across cardiovascular, metabolic, neurological, and musculoskeletal systems. Walking at a leisure pace doesn't reliably hit that threshold, but it doesn't take much to get there. Here's where most fitness content fails you. It gives you the optimal protocol, and you last 4 days. So instead, you're getting 2 tiers, a starting dose and a goal dose, both grounded in the same science. Research shows that even very low-volume resistance training, 1 set twice a week, produces significant improvements in strength and function in previously sedentary individuals. You do not need to go from 0 to 3 hours a week. You need to go from 0 to something. Because the first adaptation your body makes is neurological. Your nervous system learns to recruit the muscle fibers you already have. That happens in 2 to 4 weeks with minimal load. Vigorous bursts. Just 2 minutes per day. Take the stairs at a pace that makes you breathe harder. Carry groceries in 1 trip. Walk to the end of the street, fast. The data shows benefits even below 4.4 minutes. Every bout counts. Start with 2 minutes. Brisk walking. 2 times per week, 15 minutes. Not a stroll, a pace where you notice your breathing. A landmark study in The Lancet found that even 15 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per day was associated with a 14% reduction in all-cause mortality and 3 added years of life expectancy compared to inactivity. 15 minutes, twice a week. Body weight strength, 2 times per week, 1 to 2 sets. Chair-assisted squats, wall push-ups, step-ups on a stair, seated leg raises. 1 set of 8 to 10 repetitions. Rest. Repeat once if you can. In these first 4 weeks, you are not training for strength, you are building the habit. The strength follows. Work toward this when Tier 1 feels manageable. There is no deadline. Here is the key insight for anyone with a job, kids, and a full life. You do not need 5 workout days a week. You need 2 combined sessions. Cardio and resistance training, back to back, same session. Research confirms that combining both modalities in a single session produces sufficient adaptations for health and longevity. 2 days a week, about 45 minutes each. Part A, Zone 2 Cardio, 20 minutes. Use a stationary bike, treadmill, rower, or brisk walk. Pace. Short sentences, yes. Full conversation, no. This is the mitochondrial building zone, directly linked to VO2 max improvement. Start at 20 minutes. Add 5 minutes every few weeks. Goal over time, 30 to 45 minutes. But 20 is enough to start. Part B, resistance training, 20 to 25 minutes, immediately after the cardio. 3 compound movements, a squat or leg press, a push, press up, dumbbell press, or machine press, a pull, seated row, lat pull down, or resistance band row. 2 sets of 10 reps, 60 to 90 seconds rest between sets. No gym? Do bodyweight squats, push-ups, resistance band row at home. The key, progressive overload. A little more resistance, one more rep, one more set, week over week. That is the signal that tells your body to adapt. 2 sessions, 45 minutes each, plus the daily vigorous bursts from Tier 1. That is the complete protocol. 3 stimuli, 2 sessions. Vigorous effort every day. If you want to integrate steps like this into your daily routine, consider subscribing. We break down the science of longevity every week so you can build a measurably healthier lifestyle. Tier 1 sends the signal. Tier 2 amplifies it. You decide the pace. Monday, 15-minute brisk walk plus 2 minutes vigorous burst. Tuesday, body weight strength, squats, wall push-ups, step-ups. Wednesday, rest or gentle walk. Thursday, 15-minute brisk walk plus 2 minutes vigorous burst. Friday, body weight strength, same as Tuesday. Saturday, light movement, park, gardening, anything active. Sunday, full rest. Total, under 60 minutes. Every day, 2 minutes vigorous burst. Monday, rest or light walk. Tuesday, combined 20 minutes bike plus 20 minutes strength, approximately 45 minutes. Wednesday, rest or light walk. Thursday, rest or light walk. Friday, combined 20 minutes bike plus 20 minutes strength, approximately 45 minutes. Saturday, optional 20 to 30 minutes easy zone 2. Sunday, full rest. Total, approximately 90 minutes structured training. Every day, 4 to 5 minutes vigorous burst. Saturday session added only when Tuesday and Friday feel genuinely easy, not before. Let's talk about what this actually means for you. The research doesn't just predict mortality, it predicts independence. Your ability to climb stairs at 80, to carry your grandchildren, to travel without help, to wake up and feel capable of your own life. All of that is being shaped right now by the choices you make this week. Here is what the biology actually tells us, and it's more powerful than any motivational quote. Your body does not know your age. It does not know your history. It only knows what you are asking of it right now. Research found that men with an average age of 72 who underwent resistance training achieved significant gains in muscle mass and strength, showing that the body's adaptation capacity remains active well into old age. The machinery is still there, at 60, at 70, at 80. It is waiting to be used. We now have over 20 million data points saying the same thing. The protocol is clear. 2 tiers exist, one designed for exactly where you are right now. The only remaining variable is the first step. Walking is not the enemy, it is a foundation. But if it is the only thing you do, you are running a biological deficit that compounds silently over decades. Like a savings account, earning 1% while inflation runs at 5%. The gap is invisible today. Over time, it determines everything. You don't need to become an athlete. You don't need the gym. You don't need to start at Tier 2. You need 2 minutes of effort today that you didn't spend yesterday. 2 chair squats, 1 flight of stairs taken fast. That is the starting dose. That is the signal. That is where it begins. The science is clear. Your body will respond at any age from any starting point. It just needs you to ask something of it. You start today, not with perfection, with something, because in 10 years, your future self will not remember what was on your schedule today, but they will live in the body you built, or didn't. Build something worth living in.